In this show, I'm going to be talking about my rookie draft strategy and Dynasty Fantasy Football, and we're going to be doing that right now. What's going on, guys? This is Bruce Mattson, your host of the show, where we talk about Dynasty Fantasy Football, redraft, fantasy, all things NFL. If that's something you're interested in, ring that bell. Hit that subscribe button. But I got a quick one here. I'm just going to drop a quick video because I got something I want to talk about. I want to be ahead of the game on this so you guys can think about your rookie draft strategy. I know we just got into March. A lot of your guys' rookie drafts aren't going to be till April, May, June. But we have to look at the board now. We have to prepare. And of course, we're going to be trading and stuff. We got to move our assets around now or in the future when the prices are right. And we just got to be prepared. And we have to have a strategy. We have to know what we want to do with this class because not all classes are the same. And what I've been pondering, as you know, I've been doing rookie profiles. I've been doing rankings and stuff. So I feel like I'm pretty knowledgeable with how this class stands. And I feel like when it comes to the top of this class and how the depth is allocated, I don't mind having a top pick. I don't mind it at all. Like, I'm game with drafting Jamar Chase, Kyle Pitts. I'm game with going with one of the running backs, even though I'm not really sold on the running back class. So I'm really not going to go overboard on the top 3 running backs unless I really need one, and that's drafting out of need, which is something I don't really recommend in rookie drafts. I preach drafting talent over situation and over position even. However, this class is so deep, I feel like it's easy to say to trade back and just acquire picks because that's not going to work in every league. I encourage everybody who has a top 3 pick or top 2 pick to at least kick the tires to trade back to get pieces. If you can get 2 firsts in the back of the first round, or if you can get first this year, first next year, and a second, if you can get someone that's really wanting to overpay, say someone needs a running back and they need Najee Harris, or your 3rd pick and Najee Harris is off the board, and the next guy or some guy in your league wants Travis Etienne, and you can make that move. You can make that move back. You can acquire assets. You can acquire some assets in the future, like first next year, and get his first this year and some other stuff. I would make sure I would be 100% happy with the move, and then I would make sure I'm in a position where I can acquire pieces. Like, we're getting a lot of good wide receivers in the back half of the first round. You're talking Elijah Moore, you're getting Diami Brown in the 2nd round, and then in the early part of the 3rd round, you're getting really good tight ends like Brevin Jordan, Pat Freiermuth, and this quarterback class is pretty deep as well. 1 QB leagues, you could get you a Trey Lance or something later and bolster your quarterback spot, have a good asset there. It's a deeper class. I'm preaching to kick the tires. I'm not preaching to trade back no matter what. I'm preaching to trade back, kick the tires at the right price, and the right price for you. I usually like to pay minimum market value or at least have some insurance of a late pick or something going along with it. I would try and squeeze out a young prospect that you like. Maybe you can get a KJ Hamler. Maybe you can get something like that when you trade back on top of these picks, because that could happen. Also, these picks are more valuable when you're on the clock. So once you're on the clock to pick, say I have the 103, and I'm looking at Najee Harris, for example. I'm using him a lot, or Javonte Williams, whatever running back you want to think of at this point. It's 103. I'm looking at this running back, and there's 4 or 5 guys, 3 guys in my league, whatever the number is, are interested in him. His price just went up, and I can market him and get the most out of him. If I sell that pick now, I may not reach market value. I may not reach its true potential, which is most likely going to happen. So what I suggest is think of a plan of what you want, what spot in the draft you're willing and wanting to move back to. Because in these rookie drafts, value is value and all that stuff, but it's about getting your guys too. Because, yeah, if I don't like Rondale Moore, for example, and I trade back just to get him because he's a good value, but I don't like them, and my intuitions are right, then what's the point of making that move just to get the value? Rookie picks bust all the time, especially in the first round. You're lucky to get a 50% hit rate on a lot of drafts. So we really want to make sure we're drafting the guys that we scout, we like, and we have a good feel for. Just because I like Rondale Moore doesn't mean you have to. Just because I like this guy doesn't mean you have to. Just because I don't like Kadarius Toney doesn't mean you don't have to like him. It's get your guy and then get yourself in position to make the moves you can in the draft. Have a plan going into your rookie drafts. Know where the strong point's at. We're going to have a strong late first round. We're going to have a strong early to mid second round. So those picks in that range is valuable. Like last year, think about this. There were people out there that were able to get T. Higgins, Justin Jefferson, Michael Pittman, just cheap. Late first, early second rounds. There's some value there. The hit rate's a little less, but it's not going to be that murky this year because some of these wide receivers have tremendous profiles that you can attach yourself to. And then later on past that, we got our good tight end class of Freiermuth, Jordan, and then our quarterbacks start going off the board, so there's some easy stability there. The top players, if you want to draft Jamar Chase, go ahead. But I recommend to kick the tires at least, because if you get someone that overpays, then you may be able to get one of the good wide receivers from this draft. You may be able to get a Rashad Bateman, and then next year get yourself one of the top wide receivers, say Pickens, and then on top of that, you get a second, or you get a prospect you like, or you never know when you're on the clock, dude. Guys will overpay, they'll step their boundaries, and they'll make sure to pay up so they can get their player. So you want to kick the tires to see. If no one's chomping at the bit, draft your guy. But kick the tires, see what's going on. This is a special draft to do that because you got a lot of value in all the rounds and you want to make sure you get as many shots to pinata as possible. Thank you for watching the show. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. Tell your homies, ring that bell, and I'll catch you next time.